Okay. Okay. It's about like almost 8 o'clock in the morning. It's like 7:28 and shit like that. Alright. Let me put on a t-shirt here. So, I want to say something right now. I want to point this out, alright? Because I've been hearing this shit forever and ever, and you guys know how I feel about this shit. And I've talked about this before on this channel too. This needs to fucking goddamn stop. I'm tired of like I didn't want to talk about the whole Square Enix losing money shit. Alright, I already knew that shit was going to happen to them eventually anyways, because look how this company is right now, right? But I want to mention this. I'm glad there's YouTubers out here that are literally calling out other YouTubers that are saying that, oh, the reason Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth failed, and the reason Final Fantasy 16 failed is because it wasn't multi-platform console. Bullshit. It failed because they suck, guys. Alright? I'm glad there's YouTubers out here that are seeing that bullshit and literally calling out articles like Game Rant and other fucking people, the other high YouTubers that keep saying, oh, the reason Final Fantasy 16 failed and the reason Rebirth failed is because it was only exclusive to PlayStation. Keep telling yourselves that. Keep telling yourselves that. Keep fucking telling yourselves that, you fucking dumbass pieces of shit. Why Mario is still on the same Nintendo console for generations and it's still making fucking money like crazy? There's no excuse. There's no excuse. What are you going to say? Mario is more popular than Final Fantasy? Is that what you're going to tell me? Is that what you're going to tell me? Because you just answer your own question. These two franchises have been around since the fucking 80s. Alright? And you mean to tell me that one franchise that's been in the console, that's been in one fucking console in one company, and it's thriving fine. You know, despite how I feel about the Mario series, it's still thriving and it's still making fucking money like crazy. But when it comes to Final Fantasy, it doesn't know what it is anymore. At least Dragon Quest knows what it is. At least Kingdom Hearts knows what it is. But Final Fantasy doesn't know what the fuck it is. And I'm tired of fucking listening to these stupid, dumb-ass fucking YouTubers when they said that, oh, this game failed because it was only exclusive to the PlayStation. Again, going back to what I say, bullshit. You're just saying that just to give Square Enix excuses. Why do I keep telling you guys, stop giving these motherfuckers excuses? Alright? This YouTuber right here, I actually agree with him. I'm not even done with his video here. I'll put his video in the description box. I can't pronounce his YouTube name. I apologize for that. But he pointed out really good stuff already, and I'm only like 3 minutes in, but he brought out really good stuff. Because I'm glad I found this YouTuber here that's fucking tired of this and pointed out that why is this article mentioning, oh, the reason Final Fantasy 7 failed and Rebirth, Final Fantasy 16 and 7 Rebirth failed is because it was just console exclusive. No, that can't be it. Oh, of course. The game is not shit, guys. The game is good. It's just they didn't make no money because it's just console exclusive. No, people know that it's shit. And don't tell me that it's not shit when your Japanese customers didn't buy Final Fantasy 16 or Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth. Don't tell me that they did. No, they didn't, bro. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. And then Square Enix has this high expectation of these games selling. Every time they make like a whole, for example, this is how Square Enix is. If they make $1,000 on one game, guess what? They want 200. They get 200. They want 300. All right, now they want 400. Now 500, 600. They keep increasing their fucking expectations. That's stupid. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that. You're spending more money on games and you're not getting your money back. Why? Because the games are shit, bro. Square, the games that you're making are crap. It doesn't matter if 5 people on the fucking goddamn world or 5 people on the internet was like about what, 500 people? enjoy the fucking game. It still doesn't fucking goddamn matter. It flopped. You're complaining that it didn't make no money for you, and people in Japan don't give a shit about Final Fantasy 16 and Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth. And then I'm hearing these stupid fucking YouTubers that want to defend these fucking games and not pay attention to Square Enix saying that this is flopping. And then they want to look at us and be like, oh, the reason it flopped is because you didn't buy it. No, it flopped because no one didn't care about Square Enix, bro. No one doesn't care about them anymore. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I had to blow my nose. But this company, man, like, you guys need to fucking wake up, bro. Seriously. I remember a long time ago, some orc bitch that I saw a video on, she kept saying that, these fans are ruining, Final Fantasy, 16 and Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth and shit like that. Listen, bitch, if you like the game, you like the game. But plenty of the people outside of your circle don't fucking like the game. They hate it. And the people that are telling Square to get right, they didn't get the game. I didn't get the game. The game looks like fucking Final Fantasy fucking 15 2.0. Why does it have the same graphics as Final Fantasy 15? Even Final Fantasy 13 and 14 don't have the same graphics as Final Fantasy fucking 15. But 16 and 15 do? What? 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 That makes no fucking sense, bro. That makes no fucking sense. Is Final Fantasy 5 the same way as Final Fantasy 4? No, it's not. No, it's not. The sprite look really fucking different from each other. So does Final Fantasy 6. Okay? Each Final Fantasy game has a different, unique art style. Okay? You could say that, yes, because it was progressing through the graphic capabilities, but still, it still had a different tint to it. It still had a different art style to it. But God forbid we have a different art style for Final Fantasy. God forbid we actually have a bright, beautiful world like Final Fantasy V with fucked up shit happening in it, but it would be happy to go back and visit the world again. People that play Final Fantasy 16 are like, I'm not going to visit this world again. This world is depressing. Why would we visit it? At least with Final Fantasy 9 and all this stuff, they have depressing shit, but at least I can revisit it and enjoy myself. You know? Think about any other game that's depressing as shit, basically. And I guarantee you will go back and play it because it has more stuff in it, or more stuff to do after you beat the game, or during, or while you're playing the game, instead of like other games that Square Enix is producing, or any other company that's what Square is doing. I'm not going to mention how much money they lost and all that, because other people are pointing that out. I'm just pointing this out, of how stupid these people can be, of how stupid people are just catering to Square Enix's faults, and they're basically saying, "Oh, it's not Square Enix's fault. It was the platform that they put the game in. Yeah, it's that fault. It's PlayStation's fault, not Sony. Get that fucking straight. I'm not talking about Sony. I'm talking about PlayStation. I'm talking about the system itself. They're blaming on the system for the game's failure." And then those are the same people that will suck the PlayStation 5's dick and then go around and still say that, oh, this system is not doing it because Final Fantasy 7 and Final Fantasy 16 didn't made a whole bunch of money. You see with these people? You see with them? You can never win with these type of people. This is why I say that Square Enix is catering to these stupid motherfuckers that are not fucking fans to begin with. You're not a fan, bro. This is not gatekeeping or anything like that. You're not a fucking fan. You're looking at a fucking franchise and you fucking and Square Enix is spitting on it, and you're over here like, yeah. Square Enix is losing money just by making these fucking games. Alright? Remember when Final Fantasy 7 Remake came out? Square Enix was like, we don't know how many parts we're gonna make. What? You should already know how many parts you're gonna make. You're gonna stick to fucking 3 like you did in the fucking original. Only 3 discs, motherfucker. That's the only thing you're gonna fucking do. You're not gonna make like 500 discs for Final Fantasy VII. I guarantee you some fucking pissed off, stupid motherfucking bitches and fucking assholes will be like, oh yeah, I want that. But guess what? Final Fantasy VII is not making money for them anymore. The golden goose that they always go back to the well to make money is not doing that shit anymore for them. Good. 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 Alright? Seriously. I'm sick of these people's shits. I'm sick of Square Enix listening to these people's shits. Alright? Seriously. You know, different than any other company that listens to stupid people and then their company starts dying off and wondering why they're dying off, and then they still listen to the same people that are killing their company. And go ahead, don't take my word for it, but the numbers don't lie, bitch. The numbers do not lie. And then the investors are pulling out. They don't care. They're actually telling Square Enix, we are going to pull out if you don't act right. Some of them are already pulling out. Guys, you don't get this, do you? I know some of you guys get it because some of you guys are smart out here. But there's so many people out here that don't fucking get it because they want to kiss the ass of Square Enix and praise the shit out of Final Fantasy VII Remake and praise the shit out of Final Fantasy 16 for some fucking goddamn reason. And I'm not talking about the journalists. I'm not talking about the people that make the articles like Game Grant. I'm not talking about those people. Those people are shows anyways. They're going to do what they're going to have to do anyways. You know? A show's a show. That's how they live. But I'm talking about these regular people on YouTube that look at this crap and they literally applaud it. And then you wonder why we have bad shit in media. It's because you are applauding and approving crap. But yeah, you will talk shit about She-Hulk, but you won't talk shit about Final Fantasy VII 16 and 7 Remake and the business practices of Square Enix. That makes no fucking sense. You will talk shit about what Marvel and Disney and DC is doing to their shit, but you won't do the same thing with Square Enix. That makes no sense. That makes no sense. That's a psychopathic move. And I'm not talking about that fun psychopathic, like Harley Quinn type of shit. I'm talking about that crazy shit like you see in American Psycho. That type of shit. Alright? If you watch American Psycho and you know how that main character is by the end of the movie, you know that's how these people are, bro. This is how these people are. They live in this fucking world. And then when they realize they don't live in that world, they start freaking the fuck out. Just like at the end of American Psycho. I killed all those people, man. I killed all those people. And his lawyer's like, what? But it was just... well, I'm not going to spoil it if you haven't seen the movie. But it is a good movie. American Psycho is a good thriller movie. It is. It's a good thriller movie. You do need to pay attention to it, though, because if you just go like this one, like, while you're not watching, you're going to miss something that's very important. Because it's that type of movie, you know. That's why I love movies like that. You need to pay attention to those movies like that, you know. I miss movies like that nowadays. Not to say we don't get those, but, you know, they used to be more frequently a lot back in the day. Same thing with the video games. Back in the PS2 and 3 era, you know. Even a little bit in the beginning of the PS4 era, but it fell off in the middle point of the PS4 era, in my opinion. But I think that's it, guys. That is it. I don't want to be here for too long. All I have to say is that this is like, guys, this is stupid. Stop saying that. Guys, literally stop saying that the reason Final Fantasy 16 failed and Final Fantasy 7 failed is because no one didn't buy the games because it was exclusive to one console. Stop saying that shit. That is fucking an excuse for Square Enix, and that's an excuse for you to look at Square and be like, they'll get back on there, they'll do it, and maybe they will get back on on that horse again and maybe make good games again. But as of right now, they're not doing that shit. And for you guys to be like, oh, they get there one day, it's not helping. Cause it's literally like, it's like raising a kid. When a kid does something fault, you tell them, do not do that again. Or what do? Just smack them in the wrist, but you don't even smack them enough for them to be like, I did something wrong. I just might as well just do it again because they're not saying anything to me. It's like that one thing in the Gotham TV show when Bruce tries to find his parents' killer, and then the guy is just like, kill me, I'm a monster, you know? And then he pointed out that, hey, I killed a whole bunch of people and no one didn't stop me. And I feel like, is there even a God to begin with? He was telling Bruce to kill him because he was just like, forget it. The reason I point that out is because people just give up, bro. I'm dead serious. People just give up. People give up in this gaming industry stuff. They do. In the gaming industry and outside of the gaming industry. It happens with gamers. That chick that I mentioned, I bet you anything she gave up. She probably gave up a long time ago. That's why she's sucking the dick out of Square Enix and all these other fucking companies for no fucking reason. I don't know her YouTube name, and I don't care to say her YouTube name because I don't give a shit about her YouTube name. It's just concerning when a YouTuber that's like that, and most people are like, oh, you sexist and shit like that. No, that's an example. I'm just using her, this female YouTuber as an example, you know? And the thing is, too, I don't want people to think that I'm criticizing female YouTubers that talk shit about Final Fantasy. No. I talk shit about males do the same shit, too. Mostly males. And you think some of the Final Fantasy female demographic are looking at this and they're like, yeah, let's get Final Fantasy 16, let's get Final Fantasy 7 Remake? No. The only women and men that are buying these type of games are the ones that are like Skyward, or like, what is it? That are like, that are like, what is it? YouTubers that want to get their hair look like a freaking Final Fantasy character or Kingdom Hearts character. Those are the type of YouTubers I'm talking about. Or some of them are not even that. Some of them just have their face on the screen and reacting like this and fake crying and shit like that. And if you are really crying for that stuff, that's fucking hilarious. That literally a pen drop of a person, like a person can literally drop of their hat and you literally start crying. Seriously. Seriously. Because these YouTubers, bro, these YouTubers are stupid, some of them. And it's ridiculous, bro. This is why some franchises have become shit and fucking pathetic, because all of you guys, not all of you, but there's the majority of the people out here that call themselves fans, that are not fans, that Square Enix are looking at them and they're catering to them. And then the hardcore fans are literally saying, no, go back to the basics. And Square Enix is like, what basics? We never had basics. What are you talking about? We always hated turn-based RPGs. Yeah, we always hated it. Don't you know? It's so fucking funny that some of the old-timers that are at Square, once the original guy that created Final Fantasy left, it's like all of the people that was a part of his work stuff. Okay, it's like the original people that worked with the guy that made Final Fantasy. Once he left, it's like he left. Okay, cool. Fuck him. Fuck this franchise, and let's do our own shit to literally stick it to him. Because the guy that made Final Fantasy, created Final Fantasy, he didn't want to do sequels. He didn't. He didn't care for sequels and shit like that. But once he left, and a new CEO came, that just retired not that long ago, he decided to do sequels and remakes and all that shit. And you know how, in all those people that are at Square now, like Nomura, and people that made Final Fantasy 6 and 7 and all that stuff, all of them always hear like, oh, yeah, to the old COO. Meanwhile, the original guy that made Final Fantasy They're literally like sticking the middle finger at him. They're like, goodbye, thank you, I'm glad you're gone. And most people are like, why would you say that? It's because they act in this way, bro. Do you not know what Final Fantasy VII means to the guy that created Final Fantasy? He even criticized Final Fantasy VII Remake. The guy that created Final Fantasy, he criticized Final Fantasy VII Remake. He was pissed off. He was pissed off that they destroyed one of his babies. Why? Because you guys don't understand and understand why he made this game. He made Final Fantasy VII because because his mom died, and he was wondering what does a person go through when a loved one or someone that they care about dies. That's the theme of Final Fantasy VII. But what's the theme of Final Fantasy VII Remake? Destiny. And bringing people back from the dead. How does that teach your audience? How does that teach your audience? I'm sorry to say this, but not that, like, the beginning of this year, my friend's mom died, basically. And she was a great person and everything like that. So, what do you want, like, how do you tell people like that? When you make a game like this, when you make Final Fantasy VII Remake, and you kill off Barrett, and then all of a sudden, he comes back, out of nowhere. Because, oh, we need to, we can't stir the pot for the original Final Fantasy fans, for the original Final Fantasy VII fans, but I'm over here like, you're already doing that anyways. You're already pissing people off. And Sephiroth is not this. People already talked about the whole Sephiroth stuff, so I'm not even going to talk about that. If you play the original, even for a little bit, you know how Sephiroth is in the original game. Freaking epic, freaking awesome. And then in the remake, he just shows up out of nowhere. And it's like, really? You just show up like, hi, I'm here. There's no build-up. There's no fucking build-up. But that's another story for another day. At the end of the fucking day, fucking day, this shit needs to stop. People that praise Square Enix and literally are kissing the ass of Square Enix and literally saying that, yes, these games failed because it was just console exclusive, you guys need to shut the fuck up and stop. Seriously. You guys need to shut the fuck up and stop. Because you're making fucking exclusives for this company, and it's literally you literally look like a stupid motherfucker. You look stupid. Every time you say that, every time I hear the words that come out of your stupid people's mouths of literally saying, oh, Final Fantasy 16 and 7 Remake failed because it was just console exclusives, I'm literally looking at you as a fucking piece of shit dumbass. Seriously. Seriously. Alright? And some idiot is going to be like, well, those games back in the day, they were exclusive, so they did sort of lot, but times have changed. Of course times have changed, but look at the Mario games going back again. They're only exclusive to the Nintendo console, and they still make money. Sounds like Nintendo is probably doing something right with the formula, and people like it. You know? And when it comes to Square Enix, they want to change the formula, and it's not good. We see some companies can change the formula because they know what good game design is, and they can do it right. But when it comes to other companies, once they fall off and don't know what the fuck to do anymore, they literally don't know what to do anymore. This is YouTuber called Law Gunner. He what's it called? He pointed out when he was talking about the Kingdom Hearts series, he was pointing out that each game has different gameplay styles, like in Final Fantasy. Like each Final Fantasy game has something new. And he pointed out that is a good thing, but also a bad thing. It's a bad thing because eventually you stop thinking about the creative. Because eventually you stop having good ideas. You start having all these ideas coming in, basically. So guess what happens? Instead of, you know how we always say that just grab something, like, you know how we always say to companies like never fix or never change what's not broken. Basically, that's what Square Enix did. You know, and they've done that with Kingdom Hearts also. Don't fix what's not broken. What do you think people always are screaming out? Bring back the dry phones back. Don't fix what's not broken. Why are you gonna take out? You're supposed to add, not take out. There's a what you know? That's the biggest flaw with Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy. You take out instead of leaving it in. Look at Dragon Quest. At least Dragon Quest, when it worked, they left it in. If it didn't work, guess what? They took it out for the next game and shit like that. Because each game, including Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts, has their own like little theme. But it's not going to be, but at least for Dragon Quest, it's not going to be detriment to the point that it changes everything about the gameplay. But when it comes to Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy, especially Final Fantasy, it's literally like, yeah, we're changing the whole algorithm of how you play a Final Fantasy game. And it's almost like, sorry, it could be a cool thing, but it can also be a detrimental thing. Because, again, going back, don't fix what's not broken. Again, going back to Mario Brothers. Look at the way how Mario jumps and attacks. Has it changed at all over the years? It has evolved, but have they taken it out? No, they haven't. They haven't taken out the whole jumping mechanic of Mario. It's still there in his arsenal, still to this day. Why? Because it's not broken. Don't change something that's not broken. That's what people say with the whole turn-based system too, with Final Fantasy. If it's not broken, don't fix it. The best turn-based system that you guys have ever done was in Final Fantasy X. And people have been telling you to bring that back. But Square Enix is allergic to bring stuff back. And if they do bring it back, they're literally like, oh, let's just change the whole fucking thing to make sure it's not the original what it was. And then it's complete shit. And then you wonder, why is it complete shit, bro? All we just asked is to grab the original gameplay style and put it there, and that's it. Why you made it so harder for yourself to be like, oh, it's too similar. That's what people wanted. That's what people asked for, bro. And then we get upset when you change shit. Why do you have to change the gameplay style to Final Fantasy VII? It was fine the way it was in the original. All you had to do was make it a little bit faster or make it a little bit more action turn-based-y, basically, like in Final Fantasy like in Dragon Quest 11, that you have an option to move around in the arena and then still attack though, to make you feel like it is action-based but it's still turn-based. Going back like Parasite Eve. Come on, guys. Come on. The people that haven't played these games or don't understand the gameplay style of these games should not be a Final Fantasy fan. Because you're literally telling Square Enix that, hey, if your game is not a shooter or action-based, then I'm not playing it. And Square Enix is like, okay, you want a PUBG Final Fantasy? Here you go. And guess what? It failed. Their PUBG Final Fantasy bullshit failed. And I feel, look, I could, again, going back, I said this before and I say it again, I could feel sorry for the people that put their money into that shit, but that is your fucking fault for putting money into a fucking gotcha game from a company that literally is laughing at you every time you give them money for no reason. For no fucking reason. Look at the Union Cross game. Look at the fucking Missing Link game. Right now, Square Enix doesn't know if they even should put Missing Link on their mobile devices because they're not making money in their mobile devices because people are sick of their bullshit. You guys don't, like, the people, again, that woman that I mentioned not that long ago is a great example. The woman, if you're watching this video, I want to say this right now. Do you know that do you know why we have Expedition 33? Do you know why? I've said this in my other video, but do you know why? If you haven't watched that video, go and watch it. But I'll say it here. The reason why we got Expedition 33 is because the people that made that game are fucking tired of waiting for Square Enix to make a proper Final Fantasy game. And what you're gonna say? What are you gonna say? Bullshit. I'm not gonna fucking listen to the fucking word you need to say, bitch. Okay? And any motherfuckers out there that want to defend her or defend any of these fucking motherfuckers, guess what? You're the fucking problem too. I bet you anything you're gonna look at Expedition 33 and be like, well, the graphics are nice. I just wish the gameplay was different. I even saw a comment on Facebook that someone was like, oh, the combat is slow. For Expedition 33, the combat is slow. You look at the fucking trailer, bro. That game, that turn-based system is nothing but slow. That shit looks fast as hell. Okay? This is what I'm talking about, bro. This is what I'm talking about. If you don't like turn-based RPGs, then leave it alone and play something else. Stop getting into franchises and telling them to fucking change it to suit your fucking needs. Because it's literally negating the true fan base that made this franchise to begin with, bro. It's the same thing with Star Wars. When you tell people to change stuff with Star Wars, people are going to be like, go fuck yourself. And these are the type of people that don't understand that people look at Star Wars as a religion, and they also look at Dragon Quest as a religion. Yes, in Japan, Dragon Quest is a fucking holiday. It's a phenomenon there. So if you fuck up Dragon Quest, they will literally go to your house and literally burn the shit out of you. They won't give a shit. They will drag you out of your own house and fucking beat the shit out of you. Because it's that popular there in Japan. It's that fucking... Guys, you don't understand. It's part of their culture. It's rooted in them. It's the same thing with Godzilla. When people make fun of these Godzilla movies, I get pissed off. And these Japanese folks, they get pissed off too. Because they understand that Godzilla is a symbol for them of what happened to them during World War II. And every time I see the Godzilla character, I know that he's a symbol of that. And I respect the character and I respect the symbolism that he is for Japan. But people in America are just like, oh, stupid fucking monster. Oh, bleeding fire. Oh, fighting a monkey. Oh, this is stupid. Oh. Such fucking disrespect. Such fucking disrespect, bro. Did you know? Do you know? Do you really know Donkey Kong? I mean, not Donkey Kong, sorry. Do you know King Kong? The whole story of King Kong, do you know, is actually inspired by a black boxer? Do you know that? Yes, it was. That's a fact. That's actually true. Yes, King Kong, the whole aspect of King Kong the whole story of King Kong was inspired by a true man that was a boxer and he was a black person. And all around the world, white people saw him to fight. And they brought him to different places all around the world. Sounds fucking familiar, right? Guys, what the fuck's wrong with you? No, I'm dead serious. What the fuck's wrong with you? I hate when people don't fucking do their research and they think that this shit's a fucking game and stupid. No, go fuck yourself. You have the internet. The world is your oyster and you don't do shit. I fucking hate that crap. I hate that people don't fucking research their shit because they think the internet is a fucking lie, and some of it is. But you guys don't have the brain to literally see from the lies and the truth. If you can't see that from your brain, then guess what? You don't deserve to be in social media. You don't. You don't deserve to socialize with people, to be honest with you. You don't. And this is coming from a person that I fucking hate socializing with people. I'm saying that right now. This is coming from a person that likes to be antisocial. Okay? Not to say you know, people like me don't like to hang out with people. We do, but we like to have our own space. We enjoy our own space more than enjoying our space with other people. You know? But come on, guys. Come on. If you did not know about the whole Godzilla stuff and the whole King Kong stuff, you need to do your fucking goddamn research about a whole bunch of shit in this planet. It's sad, bro. It's sad. You probably think the fucking pyramids were made by fucking gray aliens and not by black people or Afro-Hispanic people. It's sad, bro. It's fucking sad, bro. I'm done. This is it. I'm out. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Seriously. I met white people and I talk about this stuff and they fucking agree with me with this shit. They look at me like, damn, man, this guy's smart as fuck. I wish I knew more people like this. Yes, bro. You'd be surprised how many white people I see in the streets and I talk about stuff like this and they look at me like I'm a genius, bro. They even talk to me and they be like, yo, bro, I agree with you and all this stuff. Yo, this and that about the government and the laws and shit like that. It's fucking crazy. I have a good time talking with them too. But when I talk about that with my friends or family or brother and a sister, they want to argue with it. They want to argue with it and fight over it. But when it comes to a white woman or white man that knows their shit and knows how the history is of the America and the planet itself, once they hear me, they'll be like, yo, like, where you been all my life? That's how they react. And I'm over here like, I'm glad you're around. I'm glad you're, there's a post I don't care if you're a brother or not, I don't care if you're a brother or sister or not a brother or sister. If I interact with you and you know what I'm talking about, then we connect, basically. You know? That's what I'm talking about, bro. Like, you guys need to do your research. And I'm not lying about that King Kong stuff that I mentioned. I'm not lying about that. That's true, bro. That's fucking true. Okay? A lot of people don't know their shit, bro. A lot of people don't know their shit. It's sad, bro. When you don't know your history, you're doomed to fucking repeat it. So that's it. I'm gone, guys. Tell me what you guys think about this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you guys think about the whole stuff that I told you about Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts and all this bullshit of the exclusive consoles and shit. And tell me what you guys think about the whole Godzilla and King Kong stuff that I mentioned too. Because those things are true, bro. Those things are true. You just gotta keep doing your research. You can't just be there on the internet for 5 minutes and be like, yep, I'm done. Couldn't find shit. That's your problem. That's your problem. You know why I call that? A lazy generation. That doesn't want to think, that doesn't want to research, or doesn't want to do shit. You need to spend at least 2 hours or an hour researching. And I guarantee you, it will stimulate your mind and you'll feel a lot better about yourself. You'll feel a lot better about yourself. You know why? Because you will know more about the world and you won't be gullible when you hear the bullshit. Like some people when they hear the exclusive Final Fantasy 16 and 7. And the thing is too, didn't not that long ago you guys were literally saying, oh, Xbox didn't get Final Fantasy 7 or Final Fantasy 16, ha ha ha, that's on you, ha ha ha. And then the game flopped, and now you guys are over here being like, well, maybe if it went to platform consoles, it would sell. And then there's other people that were over here. Remember one time when I pointed out that people were complaining about Final Fantasy 7, 16, flopping because it didn't went to Xbox, and those are the same people that were like, haha, it didn't went to Xbox, but once it failed, they were literally like, oh, it's Xbox fault because it wasn't on Xbox. You see the stupidness that I'm talking about? Yo, going back to what I said, American Psycho mindset. That is what it is. It's not a Harley Quinn mindset, because at least I can go with that and fuck that shit. And, like, literally get with that and fuck the shit out of her. But with the American Psycho mindset, I'd rather not know you, not talk to you, and not be associated with you at all. And if you're in my circle and in my bubble, I would literally knock you out. Because I don't want people like that in my fucking life. I don't. If I get an American Psycho around my fucking circle, I will become the American Psycho. Oh, shit. But, I'll see you guys later. Seriously. I went on a long tangent here. Almost 40-minute video here. So I'll see you guys later. I know you guys love my long videos, but I have to mention that shit. This shit needs to fucking stop and end. And this video will be in the description box. So, take care, guys, and be safe.